What's up, Alchemist Game? KO the Alchemist here with another video. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to become influential, why being influential matters, and things to avoid when being influential in general. Now, if you're somebody who's an entrepreneur, or you're a young man or a young woman, and you're like moving through this world and you want to really progress, being influential really, really matters. If you're new to the channel, hit that like, subscribe button. My name's KO the Alchemist. I literally coach and help develop entrepreneurs and young men. We all either know someone who's influential or we have a celebrity we know that's influential. Andrew Tate, Jordan Peterson, some presidents, people that have a very strong influence on a mass amount of people. Now, this has a little bit to do with seduction and a lot to do with understanding human psychology, what they want to hear or what they don't want to hear. First thing that really matters is invoking the emotion. It comes down to being a very influential person. The emotion that you strike in others is what really matters. If you want to get a strong message across, you have to be able to influence people in a way. If you're a person who talks very one-dimensional, do you think someone's going to really get the message you're trying to convey? People's message that we truly understand, the people that we truly hear what they got to say is when they invoke an emotion. You know, like Andrew Tate, he does say a lot of controversial shit, but he says it in a way that sparks an emotion in people that gets them to react, which doesn't get them to forget the shit he says. There are 4 key principles when it comes to influence. First one is building genuine relationships. I kind of hit on this a little bit in my last video, but building genuine relationships, which is just being really empathetic or having active listening. So you're listening to the person, you hear what they got to say, you're responding to what they're saying, and you're not, you ever talk to somebody and like they're like one thing's going out one ear and going out the other, or they only hear what you're saying just to have a comeback and not a response. Some people literally listen to you just to have a comeback, and they're not actually listening to you to actually respond to you. People can feel this. Most people. One of the, like I said, the most key principle of being influential is when you can hear and listen to this person, make them feel heard and respond to them, but also get your point across. Like, for example, what I like to do, and being influential plays a huge part in business and entrepreneurship and life. If you want to get what you want, being influential is extremely important. This is just you being able to convey your message to anybody and getting anything you want out of this. Now, there's a difference between manipulation and influence, okay? We don't want to manipulate people. We just want to influence people. Manipulation is taking control of someone's emotions and making them feel a bad energy from it. Influence is being able to take someone's emotions and make them feel a good energy from it, and still also getting what you want. Overall, building genuine relationships and listening to people is one of the key components of influence, because no one wants to feel like they're not being heard. Number 2 is be authentic. Authenticity literally breeds trust. If you're authentic, you breed trust. And the reason why trust is important when you're influencing someone, or you have influence, or you're a person of influence, is because when someone, for someone to even give a hell about what you're saying, they have to trust you in a way. Or if they do care about what you're saying, for them to even apply it, for it to even affect them in the way you would want it to, you have to have some form of influence or trust. But being authentic, man, if you're a person that curses, you curse. If you're a person who speaks this way, you speak that way. You're not trying to be someone you're not just to get what you want of this person. Number 3 is communicate effectively, bro. One thing that I like to say is communication runs nations. You're someone who's able to not just communicate effectively. You're good at storytelling. You're good at getting your point across to get someone to understand you. When you become truly influential, you can plant an image in someone's brain the way that you see it in your brain. When you can get people to understand what you're trying to say, when you can convey your message and your ideas across very effectively, that's when you become very influential. Think about the most influential people in this world. They're able to speak in a way to get people to feel an emotion or feel or understand what they're feeling or understanding. And that is the key to influence. But I feel like that was one of my main pillars, just being able to communicate my ideas and my thoughts so that way people can get with what I'm saying, like I'm doing now. Now, there are practical tips that you can use to become a more influential person. Right now, I'm at my client's house. I'm doing a car detail. You're probably wondering. But there's practical tips to becoming influential, right? One of them is your network. Your network is your network. You've probably heard this before, but who you network with will play a big part in your influence, because you are who you hang around. And if you have a network of people that are influential or have that ability, what do you think it's going to do to you? It's going to just drift off onto you. You know what I'm saying? So your network is huge. Make sure you're engaging with people that are better than you. Engage with people that are influential. Engage with people that have some depth, because you learn more, or you understand more. You know what I'm saying? So network is huge. Another thing, you need to have a presence online and offline, okay? Because online, social media is just people's highlights. You only see what people will allow you to see on social media. So when you see people with all these fast cars, money, you don't see what they think and worry about behind closed doors. Now, offline is a whole nother thing, right? So for me, on social media, you know, you guys see my business, you see me working out, you see me boxing, you see me entrepreneurship, you see me doing all these different things, right? But you don't see this shit behind closed doors. The time I'm struggling, trying to push through certain projects, trying to persevere when I'm in my head, when I'm dealing with some shit personally, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, right? Because when you're somebody who's of influence and you're someone who has a lot, you know, some responsibility, it does come with some struggles. It comes with some negatives, right? You know, they say, well, great power comes great responsibility and shit. So shit like that, man, acne killing me. Crazy. But that's a high testosterone, bro. But bro, those are just the key tips. You know what I'm saying? If you want to enhance your influence, your network plays a huge part in where you're sharing your energy as well. The thing is leveraging social proof. So show people that you know what you're talking about. Show people that you have a life. Show people that you have shit going on. You know what I'm saying? People that are the most influential have shit going on. They're the most interesting. The people that you watch on social media that you let influence you the most are the people that you watch. They have an interesting life. They have their hands dipped in a bunch of different shit. You can't be put in a box. You become very influential because one, you're looked up to. They see that you have all this different shit going on. You're interesting. So you're naturally going to influence them. Because influence doesn't have to be direct. Influence can be subconscious. When you go on social media and you watch videos, and it could be a creator you like because they relate to you or they have a similar lifestyle, they influence you off what they say and their beliefs, and they subconsciously influence you whether you realize it or not, simply because you're watching their content, like mine's right here. And you guys probably watch it because I make you feel a certain way, or my social media and my information makes you feel a certain way. My perspective, how I perceive and convey my messages make you guys feel a certain way, where you guys resonate. Some things you want to avoid when in the process of being influential is one of them is just being too perfect or trying to be too like up here. You know what I'm saying? Like trying too hard, basically. You never want to be like too perfect, like you have nothing, like no flaws, like, you know what I'm saying? You're trying so hard to just prove yourself and not look insecure. The people that do that the most are the people that look the most insecure. It's just like you're trying to compensate for something, bro. And when you want to influence somebody, obviously you being some form of purpose and worthy plays a part in you being influential, because okay, this person has value because they're influential. But when people can see that you have flaws and you embrace your flaws and you're not trying to hide, you know, those parts of yourself, it just makes you look more confident. You seem more confident, and people trust you more because you're relatable. They see that they can get to that version. You know, they can obtain that, right? Let's say, for example, someone teaches you how to make money, right? But they make you like, bro, just go make money. It's not that hard. Go make money. I never get hurt. I never get upset. Whatever. Like, it's kind of hard to think that, like, influence comes from you thinking in a way that you can become that. Like, they influence you so much that, like, maybe it's possible that you can get to that level too. But if they're so up here and they don't have any flaws, you can't relate to them. You don't feel like you are even worthy of even being in their like presence or some shit. But I may be over talking it, but just don't ever be too up high and mighty. Like, you gotta be able to relate to people. Have people be able to relate to you. Don't be too perfect for people. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? Embrace your insecurities, because that's what makes you you, and that's what makes your influence as strong as it will ever be. For example, Andrew Tate, right? I know I use his name a lot, but I mean, he's like a perfect example. He's a guy who talks about having Bugattis, being rich, being successful, having all these women living this nice lifestyle, right? And some people might think like, man, that's crazy. I want the lifestyle. But he also talks about embracing pain, how he went through hardship, how he was homeless, how he been through the gutter. Like he once knew what it was like to not have anything, and now he has something. So him embracing that, him like just not trying to feel like he's just all up here, and people, he influences people. He makes the people that are in the mud, that's getting out the mud, have faith that they can be that too. They can be a millionaire, they can be successful, they can have a fast car because they're in the mud and they're going through struggle and they're going through pain. It gives them hope that they can get through it too. That's the power of influence. Influence is you can just do that. You have that impact. You can connect with people. Sometimes the best way to speak to people is speaking to them through their lens. Right? If someone's struggling, maybe you gotta put yourself in their shoes. If someone has, homeless, maybe you gotta speak through a perspective of someone who's homeless. You know what I'm saying? And people will be influenced, and people will feel some way about it. Man, be influential, be authentic, build genuine relationships. Don't be so up here high and mighty. Embrace your insecurities. Embrace these qualities about yourself. You are someone influential to somebody in your life, and you embracing these qualities and locking into these things you have in yourself is going to just make you better and more influential. Comment down below if one of these resonated with you, or if you already were doing one of these things and didn't know. If you want coaching on how to become more influential and become a successful entrepreneur, just DM me the word chosen, or comment down below chosen, and we'll work, because I'm always constantly working with people to help them become the best version of themselves. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.